Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex.
My name is Asa.
I'm Jim.
And we are your astute win counselors to get you through the week with any daily grind issues you might be experiencing or any problems that you want currently resolved. So let's get to our first winner. Our first winner is named Steve, right here from Denver, Colorado, and he writes, Dear Win, 1 week out from the Broncos versus Panthers in Super Bowl 50. Any predictions?
Panthers 32, Broncos 31.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Boom.
Dropping it like it's hot.
Okay. All right. 32-31. What do you think?
I'm going to call it right now. Broncos 4, Panthers 3.
And boom goes the dynamite.
So 2 safeties and a field goal?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I like the other prediction where it was, 3 safeties and 2 field goals, and they ended up in overtime, and then they won by another safety, like 8-6.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Or what's the Doug Flutie kick?
Oh,
You know, where you can just
the
drop
kick?
yeah, you can drop kick it for 2.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Oh, is that how that works?
I don't know if
I
it does
think
anymore.
it's like they got rid of it.
I don't know if they do or not, but that was pretty cool.
That's gonna be the game clincher.
That's a great. As a matter of fact, Doug Flutie's going to actually take it.
He's gonna make an on-field appearance.
Yeah.
He's going to win the Super Bowl himself.
Yeah, and then Barry Sanders, I heard he got picked up out of retirement by the Carolina Panthers.
Whoa.
Yeah, because Stewart
not good,
went down.
Denver Broncos.
No, that's going to be tough for the Broncos there. You know, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Broncos, and here's why. Because I was listening to the Win World Local News, and Bradley Cooper, who played in American Sniper, he's actually been on the roof, and he's been taking out a bunch of Carolina Panthers during their warm-up and practice. Yeah.
There goes another one.
There goes another one. He's been taking them out, so I don't even know if they have enough players to field a team for the game.
I'm pretty sure that's about the only way the Broncos could win, so.
Ooh, man, I don't know. You're not going to make the Denver listeners too happy here.
That was some stinky dynamite.
All right, in all seriousness, it's going to come down to this. It's all going to come down between what happens from the neck up in Peyton Manning's head. That's going to dictate the game. If Peyton Manning all of a sudden doesn't have any fumbling, any kind of mental lapses, doesn't choke, he's going to win the game from
literally he doesn't choke?
Yeah,
Is that what
right.
you mean by the neck up?
Yeah, for neck
That's
up.
what she said.
Exactly. Because otherwise I have to do a Heimlich in the middle of the field, and that's a problem. And I think with the pads on, it's hard to do a Heimlich, so I don't even know if they'll be able to save him in time. I think it's going to be decided from the neck up. If Peyton is solid and he absolutely just analytically picks apart the Panthers, the Broncos got a chance.
Well, if he keeps pulling those sneaky, deceptive, I'm sliding so I don't get hit. Nobody touched me. I'm going to stand up and pretend I didn't slide, like he did against the Pittsburgh Steelers when he outright stole that game and cheated. Then they have a chance. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't
No
know.
sour grapes or anything.
Are you a Steelers fan?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's what I think.
It's not.
Yes. So I think it's going to come down to whether or not Peyton Manning has it up here from here on out. That's it. And otherwise, it's going to be a rough day for the Broncos if not.
No.
So, all right. Well, we wanted to give more positive news, but we got to be honest, because we're your advisors. We're your win counselors here.
Yeah, we're not going to hide anything from you guys.
No, we can't tell someone that's got an alcohol problem to keep drinking. We can't tell somebody, it's not such a bad thing if you're cutting yourself with razor blades and bleeding every day.
These are very severe circumstances, and no one has approached us with these kind of issues.
Yeah, and the cool thing is Bradley Cooper actually is a diehard Broncos fan, as they were saying in the news. So maybe he's kind of, turning the table here a little bit.
And I heard Little John was actually going to be at the Super Bowl supporting the Broncos as well.
Yes, he's going to wear a Peyton Manning jersey. So if he happens to choke on something and they can't get the Heimlich, he's going to run out there and play for him. He looks just like Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
What?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, okay to that. Kyrie from Vancouver, Canada is our next winner. She writes, Dear Win, any advice for taking on a brand new career path?
Yes.
Yeah, I think one of the things is, have confidence in yourself and don't hold back on it. If you're going to make this choice, really make a choice to go down this path and learn as much as you can from as many people as you can, just be friendly and make friends in this career that you want to go towards, because you're going to need as many allies as you can to find success.
Ace, I'm kind of going to have to disagree with you a little bit. So you're
natural.
embarking on a new career path, Kyrie, and these people, they're hiring you for a reason because you're a new voice, you're a fresh face.
Right.
So I think you just need to stick to your guns. Don't try and take in and be poisoned by the existing knowledge in this industry. Go
Gotcha.
with what you believe and stick to it. Don't let people tell you what is the right way to do things or the best practices. Go blaze your own trail.
Wow, that's some good confidence building right there, Jimbo. Way to pump up Kyrie's tires.
You're welcome, Kyrie.
Oh, that's fantastic. You're such a good guy.
I am.
Kyrie, I'm gonna have to say that's kind of down those lines. Make your own path and bulldoze anyone in your way along that path, and that includes your CEO or anybody else that owns the company, because ultimately this is your new career path. So that's only the beginning of that path of picking up those pieces of those breadcrumbs on the way back to the little hut. Okay, because you never know where you might end up.
Yep.
I'm not saying I totally disagree with you guys, but I would just, work your way up and then do the bulldozing. Do the bulldozing from the top of the mountain.
Oh, I got you. So push it all down on everyone below you versus trying to bowl people all your way on the way up.
Yeah, burn your bridges after you've built them.
Okay, I got
There
you.
it is.
I got you. Instead of ever building them at all. All right. Well, there you go, Kyrie. You got a couple options there. And so now we're going to move on to Hugh Lee from Shanghai, China. And Hugh writes, Dear Win, what do you guys think of the world's longest new glass-bottom bridge being built across two cliffs in our Hunan province in China?
I'll tell you, I, for one, do not trust a glass-bottom bridge.
Yeah.
100%. If I can see through it, then it's just a matter of quantum mechanics for me falling through it.
Well, it makes total sense. You know why the Italian Navy has glass-bottom boats?
No.
So they can see the old Italian Navy.
Oh,
So if you walk across this bridge and you fall through, you're going to see nothing. Bam!
there goes our Italian demographic.
Darn it.
Jeez.
Our Italian naval demographic,
That's right.
too, which was huge.
Yeah, I mean, you're walking across the glass-bottom bridge, and obviously you see nothing but a bunch of piles of bodies below you, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the greatest idea in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tourist trap, obviously. I could see that's why it's being built. But
I just am nervous about any kind of airplanes, aircraft.
running into
Are
it,
they going to be able to see it?
Good point.
You know what I mean?
you never know when like a 747 is going to be swooping in between canyons and trying to do some cool evasive maneuvers, and then they run into a bridge.
Bam.
Yeah. And the other thing is you got to think about, the pollution issue, right? How many bottles of Windex will it take to clean a glass bridge?
Very good point. Because what's the point in having a glass bottom bridge if you don't keep it clean?
Exactly. And what's the point of having one to see the beautiful nature below you when
Or
all you
the
have
old
is,
Italian Navy.
right, or the old Italian Navy when it's nothing but just like instead of a buried shipyard, a bunch of bodies down there and destroyed brown earth because of all the chemicals from the Windex dropping down on the beautiful, luscious forest below.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an artistic statement, about the world, that it starts out pristine, and then as we travel across it, dirt and grime gets caked on, and then we can't see clearly anymore.
And how life is muddy. It's not really that clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
That probably was. It probably was a Confucian designed and written out, diagram to be made here.
Also, glass breaks pretty easily, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's no joke. It doesn't last the longest. For example, if it's a tornado or a hurricane comes ripping through.
Or someone tries to throw a rock through it.
Right. Slingshots. What about slingshots? BB guns. I mean, then all of a sudden you're going to start having
Baseballs.
Baseballs.
Is this a bridge for cars or a bridge for people?
Oh yeah, we didn't go over that.
That's a good question. That's a real good question.
Can we get Hugh on the horn?
Yeah, Hugh, why don't you call us, or why don't you actually send us a text through Periscope if you're listening right now, and then we will get the answer on whether or not that's a car bridge or a human bridge. And if not, send us an email or go to World Improv Network on iTunes, go to World Improv Network on Facebook, World Improv Net on Twitter, and you give us the answer, okay, Hugh? And I think we got time for at least one more question, though, and that is Toby from Cincinnati, Ohio. And Toby writes, Dear Win, I'm looking to go on an adventure somewhere in the world. Any suggestions? I got one. Toby, Mount Everest. What do you think about that? Toby, would you like to join me on an expedition to Mount Everest? Would you be willing to train every single day for five or 6 days a week? Would you be willing to suffer and put yourself through some pain and hurt, but for a good cause? If so, Toby, I recommend go with the Win Show to Mount Everest. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say go to someplace calm, like
Syria?
I was gonna say Nova Scotia.
Okay, that's pretty close to Syria.
Yeah, Canadians are nice.
Very nice.
I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't. I'm gonna. Gosh, an adventure in the world. What was the phrase? How did?
World, somewhere in the world on an adventure. Where should it go?
Take a submarine and go find that Italian fleet.
Oh yeah,
Or, you know,
great
just
idea.
Travel the check
Medi-
out the seafloor.
Travel the Mediterranean, find the old Italian Navy
Yeah.
in your last submarine. Well, there you go. I think that's got to be the best answer. And with that, we got one more little piece of inspiration, get you through the rest of the week, and it's known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Hey, what up there, Taurus? You're gonna feel pretty sorus unless you go to at World Improv Net on Twitter. Follow us on there. You can send us suggestions. Check us out on Facebook, World Improv Network. Like us over there. Check us out on YouTube, the World Improv Network. Subscribe to our channel. Like some videos. Leave some comments. Check out our podcast on iTunes. It's the World Improv Network. Leave a review. Leave some stars. And check us out every Sunday, 8 p.m. on Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.